Board of Zoning Appeals. 5 p.m. Roll call.
Mr. Goals,
Here.
Mr. Vukotic,
Here.
Mr. Andrews,
Here.
Mr. Reed, Chairman Rowe.
Here. All right, so this first meeting of the month is our organizational meeting for 2022. So you should have received in your packet the calendar there. And I guess before we get into the calendar, we have to make I guess the chair, our recommendation for the chair position.
I'll nominate you, Mr. Chairman. I'll second.
Roll call.
Mr. Andrews,
Yes.
Mr. Golds,
Yes.
Mr. Vukotic,
Yes.
Chairman Rowe.
Yes. All right, so our next order would be adoption of the meeting schedule that was proposed in our packets. Can I get
I'll make a motion that we accept the 2022 calendar for meeting dates.
I'll second.
roll call?
Mr. Vukotic,
Yes,
Mr. Goals,
Yes.
Mr. Andrews,
Yes.
Chairman Rowe.
Yes. All right, next would be the approval of the October 27, 2021 regular meeting minutes. Can I get a motion?
A motion to approve or accept.
I'll second.
Roll call?
Mr. Andrews,
Yes.
Mr. Vukotic,
Yes,
Mr. Goals,
Yes.
Chairman
Chairman Rowe.
Yes. All right, so we'll go ahead and jump into our waivers. I'll let everybody know that this is a board of 5. We have 4 members here tonight, so you'll have the choice. So when I read your waiver request, whether you want to proceed with tonight or postpone till next month when we may or may not have a full board. So that'll be a decision you'll make. Correct. So we'll have, so with 4 of us present, you'll need 3 yes votes for your variance to be accepted. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started. First waiver is W1674-22, waiver of ordinance 164-1984, section 1127.01 relating to permitted uses. Location is 5061 Giverny Road. The applicant owner is Neil Lani. I probably butchered that, sorry. Go ahead and step up to the podium, state your name, address, and then give us a little bit more on the variance request you're looking for.
My name is Neil Laclani. I live at 5061 Giverny Road. And I just need to store my trailer for this winter temporarily until I get my warehouse location for my business. And then once that's solidified, I'll be able to move it there. So there was a complaint in my neighborhood, and inspection came out, and I talked to Dylan, and he mentioned that I could come down and file for a permit to keep it for some time until I got all my funds available. So
Yeah, so basically what you're here for, because having your trailer there, it's against the zoning code. So
Right.
it's, so that's what you're here for, is to ask for a variance to store your trailer there. And so that's where we're at.
Mr. Chairman, is it against the zoning or is it against the homeowner's HOA?
It's a zoning issue because it's a commercial trailer.
Okay, I was going to question jurisdiction. This is within our jurisdiction,
Well,
Jim?
I believe it's against the homeowners association too, but we're not here for that tonight.
Correct.
We're here for the zoning code only, which is, you can't park commercial vehicles at your own house. The only thing we allow is if you drive home a commercial vehicle to get to and from work, we allow that. Okay.
Just as a clarification, this board does not have the authority or the ability to enforce HOA rules, nor does any part of the city.
That's correct.
Correct.
We're only here to discuss the zoning code violation.
Correct.
Right. It has no bearing on the homeowners association.
All right, so with that, any other additional questions from the board? All right, is there anybody else here to speak for or against the matter? All right, so just do the same thing. Make sure you're signed in, step up to the podium, state your name, address, and then go ahead and give us your thoughts.
My name is Steve Curie, and I live at 5057 Dove. I live in Eden Park. And I just wanted to say, I read his proposal there for the wintertime. That trailer has been there year round. And it looks like it's a common thing that it sits there. And I know you guys don't speak to the HOA regulations, but he knew that when he purchased the property that these vehicles and types of trailers were not allowed. And it's a bonus for us that it's in the city ordinance that it's not allowed. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. So my only thought on the thing is when you buy in there, you read the HOA rules. If you don't like them, you don't buy there. The city ordinance, thank God, is there, and it can help us push this a little bit. But people don't want to look at that. Other people have complained about it, and it doesn't belong there. And like I said, it has been there year round. So it's not a winter type of activity. If he's got a building somewhere else that he's preparing as a warehouse, then park it over there. There's got to be ample ground there to park that trailer. Well, there's other places to store it. People store their campers and trailers at other paid for lots. So I mean, it's a doable thing.
I just don't know why anybody.
Hold on,
Hold on.
well, let him finish, and then if you want to step back up to the podium, you can.
That's
do
all
so.
I got to say.
All right, thank you very much. Anybody else? Go ahead. Again, make sure you sign in. Make sure you sign in, state your name and address.
Okay, my name is Bernard Schlachter, and I am the current manager of the Eden Park Homeowner Association. And I'm only here to relay, you've already acknowledged that it's against the regulations, and it's just not your field of control tonight. But I want to relay that I've had at least a dozen calls over the past 12 months about the unsightliness of the trailer that's parked in that driveway and requests to have it moved. We finally found a route, found that it was against the city ordinance here in Oregon, and that's why the complaint was issued. I have a number of complaints, and I have proof that it is against our code of regulations. It's against the deed restrictions. So there's two violations here. So I appreciate your concern and your attention to the illegality of the trailer park. Parked trailer, I should say.
All right, thank you very much. Anybody else here to speak for or against the matter?
I just have a photograph of what it.
Hold on one second. Let him finish up, and then you can
Let me
step
get
up to the
My
podium.
address here. Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Go ahead and step up to the podium and go ahead and state your name and write your address.
Yeah, I'm already in. My
Okay.
name's Gene Schwinn. I live at 143 Fairchild Road. All I want to do is produce a picture of the trailer and all the debris that lays out front, numerous days.
You have to wait until you step up the podium.
Does that debris go out before trash day or normally on
Yes.
trash day? Before? It doesn't go out just with his regular, normal trash?
It goes out days before.
All right, anybody else here to speak for or against the matter? Or would you like to step back up to the podium? Yeah, make sure you're, I don't know if you signed in or not either.
Oh,
Just
no,
make sure
no,
you're
it's
signed
no-
in
it's no
too.
problem. So when I spoke with the HOA, and I assume it was that gentleman there, they said that I could actually store my trailer in my backyard. That if it wasn't in front of the home, that would be okay. I thought that that was a little silly that I could keep it in my backyard, but not in a lot that's right off to the side of my home.
But-
And that it only violated because I had a business name that's currently not operational right now on the side of the trailer because I paid for the vinyl stamping on it.
So the issue is with the zoning code, a trailer's not allowed there regardless, where it's in the front yard, backyard, side yard, anywhere.
But that's the reason why I was
That's,
asking.
that's why you're here. It's
Yes.
because of the zoning code. So that trailer cannot be there with the city of Oregon zoning code. Doesn't matter if you're in that subdivision, you're across the street, you're down the road.
What about the other trailers that are stored in the neighborhood?
I'm aware of this one because I'm here for this issue tonight. So if there's other issues, then I guess they'll be brought to our attention and we'll be here next. Correct.
We always accept complaints and we're complaint driven, so any complaint we look into.
Okay.
Just one question. You say you're preparing a warehouse to store it on a more permanent basis?
Yeah.
What is your timeline or timetable for
I was
having?
hoping to have it out by March, April, but I got delayed in September, October because the partner that I was starting the business with took some funds from me, so I wasn't able to get all of the paperwork and property in alignment. So it delayed me about 4 or 5 months.
Okay, we typically like to work with, the community, the neighborhood, and all parties involved. And you have to kind of demonstrate a hardship. And yes, this is in violation of the zoning. How difficult would it be for you to temporarily, store it in a warehouse or store it at the lock-in
I've-
stores or whatever?
I found a spot where I can keep it. It's just it's somewhat inconvenient, but I can move it.
Do you use it on a daily basis or is it just there pending?
Not currently right now, but like in the summer I was. So, regardless of the thought of it, it was. So,
Well, we just have to consider the hardship and everybody's interest involved here. So my question is that if you were preparing a place for it, when could it be in there? And, what are the
the
circumstances?
timeline was March 1st.
Okay. That's all I have.
Anybody else here to speak for or against the matter?
My name is Norma Kurian, and all I have to say is the trailer's been there all summer, all winter, and it's not supposed to be. So why wasn't it stored somewhere else in the summer? That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Anybody else here to speak for or against the matter?
I also represent the developer for the subdivision, the Moses Schlachter Group, and the builder, Doug Howard Building Company. And we have had many questions from prospective lot and home buyers as to the trailer parked there, especially when they come in to the subdivision a second or third time and see it's still there. And we attempt to, we are not out to punish the owner of that trailer, but it is on the main street into the subdivision. You have to go past his house to get to the rest of the homes. And it causes questions and concern. And we can't say for sure how many sales we may have lost, but we're sure there are some that have decided not to build there or not to buy there because of the unsightliness of the trailer. It's quite an unsightly vision when you come into the subdivision. So as the builder and developer, we would like to see it moved. Thank you again.
Thank you. Anybody else here to speak For or against the matter? With that, I would entertain a motion.
I make a motion to accept waiver 1674-22.
I'll support.
Roll call.
Mr. Vukitic,
No.
Mr. Andrews,
No.
Mr. Golis,
No.
Chairman Rowe.
No. All right. With that, we will adjourn the meeting at, let's see, 5:15 PM. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.